20-year murder fugitive caught after wedding. Suspected drug trafficker caught with 7 pounds of cocaine at his home. Cow causes fatal accident on the East Bank. And was there an unreported offshore chemical spill in Guyana? Do you see news happening? Send us a tip on WhatsApp at 592-659-6151. After living over 20 years as a fugitive from the law, 51-year-old murder suspect Gautier Jerome Fernandez was arrested on Saturday for the 2002 murder of his late wife, Roshani Zuklo. The ranks from the Ana Regina police station were reportedly acting on information received from associates of Uncut News when they went to naming on the Essequibo coast. There they arrested Fernandez just right after he married another woman. According to the police, the new wife had absolutely no idea that she was marrying a wife killer, but clearly she dodged a literal bullet with that one. This morning, the police arrested 52-year-old suspected drug trafficker Andrew Morgan after more than 7 pounds of cocaine and a firearm were discovered at his home in Eccles. Morgan is the brother of former race car driver Peter Morgan, who was convicted of drug trafficking in the United States in 2010 and deported back to Guyana 5 years later. According to reports, Kanu has been investigating Andrew Morgan for a long time now. The body of 19-year-old Anissa Miguel was discovered Sunday morning in the Mazaruni River, Region 7. Police Commander Dion Moore said the body was found in an advanced state of decomposition near Baboon Island, Middle Mazaruni River, and red marks were observed around her neck. The area where the body was found is approximately 4 miles away from Martin's Landing, from where she was reported missing. The young mother of one was last seen alive there on July 17th, selling perfumes and other items for their employer. The cops have issued a wanted bulletin for 36-year-old Lee Ron Patterson after he violently attacked his ex-girlfriend Sharon Hoppy. The woman was hospitalized after Patterson stabbed her in the neck and abdomen on May 16th at the victim's home on Hatfield Street, Georgetown. Patterson has been on the run ever since. Now it's time to tell you about Best Buy's Car of the Week. Currently on sale is this 2016 Suzuki Jimmy Sierra 4-wheel drive. It comes with regular and low-range 4-wheel drive, Bluetooth, mag rims, new tires, TV, CD, stereo, fog lamps, back camera, and much, much more. Buy cars for $3.4 million, or pay as low as $700,000 down, with around $67,000 monthly for 5 years, and it is yours. Call or WhatsApp 662-0844 for more info, or visit the showrooms at Lot 171, Peter Street, Queenstown, or Lot 2 Lamar Street, and tell them Nick sent you for this sweet deal. The police have officially opened a human trafficking investigation after they removed 15 female Venezuelan nationals from a night spot last Saturday at Club Plan B, located at Public Road, Stewartville, West Coast, Emerora. During this operation, the women were found and 3 suspects were detained by the police for questioning. The Home Affairs Ministry says it will provide further updates as they become available. Last night, 3-year-old Daniel Major died after he was fatally struck down by a car along the Caneville Public Road, East Ganji over the weekend. According to the police, he was crossing the street alone at the time of the accident. However, the child's mother says that her son was with his stepfather at the time. The mother is unable to offer any additional information as the stepfather was also taken into custody along with the driver. 43-year-old Vishnarakand Narayan is now dead after he collided with a dead cow on the Mukka Diamond Bypass Road on the East Bank. The man's wife and a passenger in the vehicle were also injured in the accident, which occurred around midnight Sunday. As a result of the collision, the vehicle toppled over several times before crashing into a concrete culvert. The passengers were treated for their injuries. However, Narayan succumbed to his injuries about 6 a.m. this morning. The government is currently awaiting the approval of over $120 million from the Islamic Development Bank to resurface the Soestdijk-Linden Highway. They hope the financing will be approved in September to start rehabilitation work on the road. In addition to this, the government is also considering widening the railway embankment into a 4-lane road from Georgetown to Orange-Nassau, with further work planned for beyond all the way to Rossignol. For the best crotch in Ghana, that should read, for all sizes of clutch discs and pressure plates for heavy-duty trucks in Ghana, check out Powder Automotive. Get this and other high-quality truck parts at the lowest prices. Visit them at Lot 1161 EE Eccles, or call them on telephone number 697-0171. Save big on truck parts at Powder Automotive, the #1 heavy-duty truck parts store in Ghana. Following Cabinet's approval, the $60,000 national minimum wage will take effect on the 1st of July. It indicates that the minimum rate of wages payable to an employee shall not be less than $347 per hour, or $2,776 per day. This translates to $13,880 per week and $60,147 monthly. Any employer caught shorting their employees' pay will now be liable to a fine of $50,000 for the first offense and $100,000 on the second offense, or imprisonment for 1 month. Now for today's oil update. Suriname state oil company Statoil is set to auction off several deep water oil blocks this year, with another bid round reportedly planned for the shallow blocks by mid-2023. Suriname currently has over 60% of its offshore acreage unlicensed, which means it's possibly up for grabs. Suriname held a bid round for shallow water blocks back in 2021, but interest was only shown in 3 of the 8 blocks. However, with the recent discoveries made in both Suriname and Guyana, it is believed that interest there will be far greater this time around. Guyana is also preparing to auction off several oil blocks in the 3rd quarter of this year. Now for our stupid news of the day. You know what I think is stupid? Approximately 925 gallons of chemical asphaltene inhibitor is said to have spilled during its supply to one of the FPSO vessels on the offshore Starboard block. According to Guyana News, 18.5 barrels of the chemical was being delivered from a supply boat when a leakage seemed to have occurred. They even said that the spill had killed some nearby fish. Their source said that someone must have been negligent in the transfer of the chemicals, and worse yet, there was no report made to the EPA, according to them. Then to top it all off, Minister Vikram Bharat told Guyana News that this spill had actually occurred a few months ago, and the EPA had already dealt with it. But then Guyana News is telling us that no reports highlighting such an occurrence in recent months ever happened. Guyana News also said they were unable to ascertain what procedures, legal or financial penalties were imposed by the EPA, if at all. Now, we are not even a full 3 years into oil production, and already we're having a set of miscommunications and opacity about oil and chemical spills in Guyana. This does not bode well. While such spills are admittedly very common in this industry, it still does not reflect well on the government to not have announced that such a spill happened and the response was given, especially given the fact that, again, we are so new to this and it's being done in such fragile environments. We need to ensure that the EPA and other agencies are actually being held accountable for such actions, because to let the politicians gaslight you over and over again is pretty stupid. It might not be robbery season, but the streets are still mean. That's why you need to get security for your home and business through Sheriff Security Service. Sheriff Security offers well-trained guards, armed and unarmed patrol, marine patrol, canine services. These people even have drones. Why? Because your security is their highest priority. You've seen the rest, now hire the best. Hire Sheriff Security Service today. Now for our uncut news, viewers poll question of the day. Every day we pose a question of current events in Guyana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it least was. On Friday, I asked about ramps logistics and how you feel about the Rent-a-Guyanese scheme. Spartan Life says, let them get a real Guyanese or get out. Simple. Tiana Ryan Singh says he is not Guyanese. Willow Darrow says it should not be allowed. Because your grandparents were Guyanese does not give you the right to be Guyanese or any other nationality. Can I get Indian nationality in India because my great-great-grandparents came from there? Some people are just trying to take advantage of the systems and the laws, but I cannot blame them for trying. Maybe they should pay the right amount of money and everything would have been good. Just saying. Indeed, I agree. Just pay your fair share. Ravi Singh says, are you a patriot or you're just in it to get rich? Pay your fair share first and then we can talk. Indeed, I agree. And finally, Navin Singh says, we can all come together and sign a petition to the government letting them know how many citizens are angered by the poor management of our oil sector. I love that idea. Please start that because I think it's a great one and I'll be the first one to sign it. Now, before we get to tonight's question, you can multiply your cash by selling digital top-up. This is a legit way you can earn some extra money at your business or to supplement your current hustle. Become a top-up vendor quick and easy by linking with Cellular Plus. Call them on telephone number 685-3109 for more info. Now, for tonight's question. How do you feel about the performance of the EPA so far? Are they doing what they can under the current conditions they have? Or are they still not doing enough and they should be replaced? I want you to think about that question. Tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in our next episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight, and check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Enrico Bulford saying good night, folks.